What's up, guys? Trevor here, and welcome back to another video. Today's video, we're going to be viewing Terror and Resistance. Before we get into that, take a look at this. Only 84% of you guys are subscribed. Like, what is this? We need more people to subscribe. The more people that subscribe, the more videos I can make. So, come on. Let's go. Let's get into this. Come on, subscribe. Come on. Now with that cringy shit out of the way, let's get straight into the video. So, it is about two teen guys named 12 and 9 that are trying to show what the government did to their orphanage. So they are become terrorists to expose the government secrets. And yeah, it's pretty simple, but that's pretty much what it's about. It's about two guys that are trying to uncover the secrets of the Japanese government and how how it manipulates people and how it can easily be manipulated, how they destroy people's lives, pretty much. Yeah, it's pretty simple premise, but they executed very well in a short 11 episode series. Very short, simple series. There's great characters, good action, great the animation is great for coming out 2014. Beautiful explosions, good character development, everything. And then there's good premises, good plot. It's an all around great anime with the good characters. Like 9 to 12, their characters are they stay the same through the entire anime. They they put their mind on one goal and they stick to that goal. Even if like Shimazaki, the main detective of the story, finds some stuff about them, they keep striving for their goal. They do not quit because they're scared. They keep striving for this goal that 12 and 9 have together, and then eventually that Lisa gets joins them and gets that goal as well. They showed the truth of the government and what they're doing to these kids from their orphanage. And yeah, they just want to get redemption for what they did to them. So yeah, let's get to my favorite character. So my favorite character had to be Shimazaki. Shimazaki was my favorite character. The detective. The detective was my favorite character because I think he had the most character development of everybody. How he saw between the lines of what 9 and 12 were doing, how he saw what they were doing, and knew they were doing it for a purpose. How they didn't kill nobody. They were doing it to prove something. They were trying to prove to people what they did was right, or not right, but they were trying to prove to people that what the government is doing is wrong. So they're using their own way to show what their genius skill set. And yeah, that's why I liked Shimazaki because he had more of a motive, I guess you could say, to find them, like how L tried to find a light in Death Note. I guess there's a similar pattern between Shimazaki and 9 and 12. I like that. And then there's five. Five, I felt like was didn't need to have. Five, I don't know if five needed to be in the story because five was another thing that I feel like if her thing was there was an episode I feel like I think episode 9 I believe wasn't wasted just on Five's backstory, but I feel like Five didn't really need to be in the story because I feel like her character was a wasted potential. There was a lot of potential that they didn't fill because I feel like if they had her come up in the earlier episodes around when Shimazaki came back to a detective, if they came around that time, I think it would have been a lot better. But that's just my opinion personally. She was a great character though. I loved her. I liked her character design. Her character design was great. With her nails and her hair, her entire character design I thought was great. I really enjoyed her character design. Also, how Nine was this big bone genius nerdy kid. I love that character. I love that. I think Nine might have been my favorite character, but 12 was also cool. He pretended to be this over energetic kid, but he secretly had this big brain genius psychotic ideas, which I thought was absolutely sick. Now him and Lisa had a little romance dynamic going on. I thought that was also very sick. That little romance going on. I don't know if you could really call it. I guess it was a romance. It wasn't it didn't drive the plot any further, but it was a cool little romance thing that they had going on. I thought that was also pretty cool. But I feel like my favorite character had to been not be Nine or Shimazaki. They were both pretty sick, but I think Shimazaki comes out on top just because he had a little bit more character development, a little more. His character was a lot deeper to me than the 9 to 12. That's just me personally. Let me know what you guys think about them. I thought they were both. I thought they were all great characters. I mean, Lisa had the most character development out of anybody. But I feel like how she was very useless for how useless she was. I don't think she could be one of my favorite characters. She was just very useless. But that's just my opinion personally. Let me know what you guys' opinion about Lisa in the comments below. I don't really know. I don't really know too much about it. That's just my thoughts. Yeah. Let's get to my favorite scene. So my favorite scene was when Five and Nine saw each other when Nine was going to do the press conference. I think that little fight scene, that little action scene right there before the atomic bomb exploded, I think that was my favorite part because I think that had the most plot. I think that had the most what we wanted to see from the very beginning, from episode one, and it brought us to that point. And I think that's why I enjoyed it because we were building up for that moment. I think that's why that moment was my favorite. But let me know what your guys' favorite moment was in the comments. But I think that's the reason why that was my favorite because that's what that moment is what we've been building up the entire anime for. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. I think this anime was very, it was good. It was like it's a good it's 9 out of 10, around 9 out of 10 for sure. It was good, but the build up, I don't know. It wasn't. I think this anime could have been shorter. I mean, it was good or longer, longer even. I think this anime would have. Sorry about my camera. I think this anime could have used a 24 episode season or like even like a 15 episode season. I feel like that would have been better. But it's by Mappa, so you know it's gonna be good. Mappa, everything Mappa makes is good. Mostly like I mean they made Chainsaw Man and Attack on Titan, so I feel like they chose the right amount of episodes here. I mean, I feel like it could have been longer, but I feel like for them, I think this was a good amount of episodes for how they wanted to show the story. So I think that's fine, because but I don't know. I didn't really feel like a Mappa show to me for some reason. I didn't really get the Mappa vibe when I was watching this. I don't know. I don't think that really matters in the show itself, but for being made by Mappa, I didn't really get a Mappa vibe from it. But that's just me personally. I don't know. Let's get to my final review though. My final review for the anime is a 9 out of 10 or 8.5. It's around 8.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I watched it in one day. It was so easy. It's so easy to just get through and just watch because how short it is. Only 22-minute episodes. Easy to just get through and watch. Great music, great opening, great ending. Beautiful, beautiful music. I love the stuff with the the mythology, all the mythology stuff is sick. I love having mythology and having a bunch of like Japanese and Greek mythology. I love having that stuff. The history stuff really gets me going. I guess is the word, but I don't like saying that. It really gets me on that shit. I hate fucking saying that. But I don't know. I really enjoyed this anime. It was good. Yeah. So maybe guys thoughts on the anime in the comments below, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And peace. See you guys in the next video.